Welcome back to Have a Character, the D&D series where you can have one of my characters to do whatever you want with. Today's character is Will-O-Wisp, or Will. Will is based off of my wife's pet guinea pig. Will is a Furbolg warlock with an Archfey patron and the boon of the talisman. His background is hermit, and he has a true neutral leaning. Now, as you can see, I kind of had to improvise with the character race there. There isn't a guinea pig D&D race, so I went with Furbolg because it seemed the closest in personality and story to me. Will is older, in his 200s. He is taller and heavier than most average humans. His eyes are gray, his skin is pale gray, and his hair is black, orange, and white. He's got a stocky build, but he's pretty average size for a Furbolg. He has wild black hair and facial hair with orange and white streaks throughout it, and he's pretty hairy otherwise. His eyes are rocky gray, and he has a side satchel of notes and his herbalism kit that he always carries everywhere. His warlock talisman is a fairy wing encased in glass on a necklace, and his arcane focus is a ring with an amber drop. Will lived in an ancient fey forest with a small village of Furbolg, and he was chosen by an archfey to be its servant. He was told by the patron to leave the village and to grow stronger, and he did leave, just kind of reluctantly. The patron cared for him while in the seclusion, and Will was told by the patron that their task would be told to him when the time was right. So he really doesn't know what his patron wants yet, he just kind of waits and listens for any sort of instruction. Will is very loyal and helpful, he's a very amicable character, and he secretly wonders if his patron is honest and actually has a task in mind to complete. Will is very timid and jumpy. He doesn't really hold up to pressure well, and he's very indecisive. He's really just in it to keep going until his patron says what they want, and then he just wants to return home after that is completed. He just cares about what his patron has for them and his home. Now, the secrecy of this patron can be used by the DM to be whatever is wanted. It could be revealed that the patron has no goals. It could be something to the detriment of the party, even causing, kind of a concern of, okay, what do I do now? It could really be anything that the DM wants. Now, the reason I chose Warlock for this character is very kind of funny and based on our pet guinea pig. We always joke that when we give the guinea pig some of the food I use for my lizard, he rushes out and comes to the food, and it's like, oh, thank you, almighty gods, for bringing me this bounty of leaves and vegetables and whatever. And so it's kind of like we're the patrons, and it just seemed to fit for that kind of joke reason.